Remember when LeBron James said that at 16 years old, he was unguardable during a scrimmage with Michael Jordan?
So when I finally was able to get on the court, first of all, MJ, Antoine Walker, and the rest of those guys did not let young guys get on the court at all. And I was 16 years old. I was sophomore in high school. And it takes a while to get on the court. It's usually when the older guys, they get tired and they don't want to play no more. They like whatever. But I did. And I was able to get on the court alongside. I was on the court with Michael Jordan, Antoine Walker, Penny Hardaway, Ron Artest, Michael Finley, all these guys.
Who guarded you?
Nobody. I was unguardable.
Well, he lied. He was very much guardable and over-exaggerated the whole situation, as he always does. And I'm going to show you some video proof at the end of this video that proves that he over-exaggerated and lied. But first, welcome. My name is Paul, and this is The Basketball Show, where I talk today's NBA, current events, news, players, and more. All completely unbiased, even though some people disagree, because any opposing opinion to weak people is always hating. Truth is truth, and I try to stand by it. Now, LeBron James, during a podcast with Travis Kelce and his brother Jason, was asked if it's true that he played in the Michael Jordan scrimmage at 16 years old, as some rumors say. LeBron admitted that he did, and that the story is true. He also made a statement, as you saw, that he was unguardable. After that podcast came out, I made a video about it, which you can go watch to confirm what I said then. I said that what LeBron said was total BS, and that because he got on the court late, he played against people that were already exhausted and didn't really care to defend anybody. Mike was also not on the opposing team. He was on LeBron's team. I said it in my video back then. After that, we had Stephen A. Smith come out and say this.
First of all, I've heard the story on numerous occasions. I've heard it was absolutely true. He was unguardable. I saw a video of Meta World Peace talking about it.
Now, Stephen A. Smith is a top-notch NBA commentator and even got a $100 million deal signed just recently. But as we see many times in politics and now also in sports, many top-notch commentators and analysts are simply too lazy to do a deeper dive on a story and talk to a few people that were there to confirm the information so their reporting is correct. All Stephen A. referenced was an interview with Ron Artest, or Meta World Peace if you prefer, where he said that LeBron James was doing really well during that scrimmage. When you are at the level of a Stephen A. Smith, you should want to do some confirmations and get the whole story about something like this. Because if you don't and just go with the narrative without actual preparation and research, you make yourself look unprofessional and like you're just blindly praising LeBron James. This is exactly where the opinion comes in that ESPN is simply paid or coerced to push pro-LeBron narratives to prop him up as the NBA GOAT. It's all for ratings and to continue the debate, which is foolish at best. LeBron even named a few people that were there in the video, like Antoine Walker, for example. The simple thing would be for Stephen A. Smith to check out his account of the situation. I don't have those connections, but Stephen A. does. So why not simply do that? Check with Antoine Walker, and just to confirm the story, at least from a second source, before saying that what LeBron said is absolutely true, and that LeBron told the truth when he said he was unguardable. You see, that is exactly what the mainstream media has been doing more and more of recently. We see it in political commentary and now in sports commentary. The most important thing for media personalities these days is to be first, but not necessarily correct. This hurts the media, its credibility, and it's one of the reasons people are turning more and more towards podcasts from regular people like Joe Rogan and others. When you listen to Antoine Walker, as I'm going to show in 1 second, he gives a very similar account to what I said in my previous video, even though I wasn't there, but took a bit of time and logically thought about the situation and analyzed exactly what Meta World Peace said, word for word. it wasn't hard to come to the conclusion that is so close to Antoine Walker's in this video. And if you want to check me on that, watch the video I made then. But now here are Antoine Walker's comments on that situation.
So back in the day, you used to put together some legendary runs, man, including some of our greats and the greatest, MJ. But at that time, you allowed a young 16-year-old LeBron James into those runs, and Bron went out and said he was unguardable in those runs. What do you remember about those days?
Well, he wasn't unguardable. I think what was different about them runs, Tim Grover, obviously a legendary trainer, was a trainer at the time. So he would always, if you were a paying client, obviously you got to play first. You guys understand that and get your work in. Yeah. So when LeBron came in, obviously he was only 16, 17 years old. I mean, we had heard of him, but Tim wasn't going to let him play over guys that were paying clients of his. So he got to play towards the end of the run. One thing that is true, he was able to hold his own, but you know how it is when them first 5 or 6 games where the runs are intense and you're going at it, he wasn't a part of those. He got to play kind of towards the end of the runs when he first came in. But you could see the potential. Obviously, when he was playing, you could see it. But as far as dominating or anything like that, no, that wasn't the case.
At the end of those workouts, who was guarding Bron? Do you remember at the time, like his matchup or whatever, how he was getting down?
Oh yeah, but we Chicago, we was at that time, Lou, we probably had 25, 30 pros. Yeah. So we had elite wings in Chicago. We had Q Richardson, Bobby Simmons, Darius Miles, the Bulls players played on our team, Michael Finley, Juwan Howard, myself. You had elite wings already in Chicago that were from there that we worked out together every day. So he got good run. He got good bump.
Now, I already stated my opinion on this, but would like to hear yours if possible. So if you can take a minute and let me know in the comments what you think about this, and if you agree with my opinion on today's media with Stephen A. as a part of it, or maybe you have a different opinion. Now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you back soon.